Hello and welcome back to another Space Engineers showcase video. In today's video, we're looking at another land vehicle, and this one is called the Volta Racer, which is this lovely thing sitting right behind me. So this is a small block non-combat land vehicle that features a hinge that allows you to lift up the entire front to be able to get in and out with ease. Pressing F10 and finding the Volta Racer in the spawn menu. There it is, and I have no idea where the camera's just gone. Anyway, this thing is not 75,125 large blocks, no siree. But it does use the decorative block DLC packs and no mods. So just double clicking this and putting it somewhere over to here, this thing is actually only 230 blocks, which is very odd for it to get so confused. We'll just come back into here, we'll go and give it a thumbs up, there we go. Now we'll just move my character out of the way, bring the free camera back over to here, we'll have a quick look around the outside, then we'll drive it around for a bit to see how it handles the Pertam planet, which I do love for land vehicles because it's nice and flat and can very easily reach maximum speed without damaging it. But anyway, at the very front, this is what we get. We got two spotlights to light up the darkness, and surrounding that we got some lovely carbon fiber white blocks. Just above that we can see some armoured plates, which is part of our lifting roof to be able to get in and out. We'll see that a bit later. Moving around the side, there is our lovely wheels to drive this thing around. Over to this section, this is how we're actually going to drive it around with our small seat control seat. We can see right behind the seat our hinge, which is how the roof is going to lift all the way up. We also have a gyroscope on here, which is very much needed on land vehicles, especially when I'm in control, because I usually just throw things off a cliff. Yes, we'll come back to this a bit later. Just continuing around the side here, we've got some more great use of our armoured plates acting as those little skirts around the bottom, and we've got some black carbon fiber steel blocks just to break up all the white. Coming all the way around to the very back, there is another wheel, and at the very back here we can see some blast or edge blocks. We see some more great use of our carbon fiber black steel blocks. There is a battery, a couple more window blocks, and a spoiler made out of our armoured plates, which is a very good idea considering how thin those blocks actually are and how well it works. Then coming all the way down to the very bottom, we've got some interior lights acting as brake lights. We can see how our wheel suspensions has been set up. So we've got one lower than the other, which is how the creator has kept this vehicle so compact. If we were to come down and underneath, what we're going to see is the edges of our skirts. And there is another window block just protecting our battery at the back there. A lone piston head, which I'm not too sure why this is here, but I'm not going to touch it just in case something goes horribly wrong when I do. Yes, at the bottom of our control seat, we've got another window block just holding it in place. We got some more interior lights acting as our neon lights under the vehicle. Then going towards the back there, there's our spotlights, and there are some more interior lights just making the underneath glow. And if we were to come all the way up and above this thing, looking down, there is the very front. We can see part of our wheel suspension just sticking through the steel plates at the front there. There's our window blocks just covering up our seat. Then towards the back there's a battery, there's a small battery, and there is our lovely spoiler. And that is a very brief look around the outside of the Volta Racer. For such a small, for such a compact little racer, it's very well designed. But now what I can do is just grab hold of my character and I'll show you the lifting up front by just hopping into the seat. Just coming into here, clicking that, and pressing number 4. That'll then lift up the front to allow you to get easily in and out. And of course do some maintenance work on the front there in case you need to. Yes, we can just hop into here from standing at the very front. There we go. Now we can lower that all the way down and we're sealed inside. As for the other controls, we simply got controls for our speeds to increase the maximum limits and of course restrict how fast we're going. But as for that is all we get for the controls. So now it's time to drive this thing around on this lovely flattish planet. So moving forwards, this is what we get. We got some fantastic speed out of this. And of course we can always bump up the maximum speed. There we go, now on unlimited speed. And we're almost at 100 meters per second. Now going to come across to a slight jump. Hopefully we don't damage the vehicle. And we did. Did I just change skin from crashing? I swear I was in the leopard skin a second ago. Huh. How odd. Wonder where the rest of the vehicle went. Anyway, we're just going to paste this in like so. So there we go. Just going to drop this in. It does paste in a little bit wonky. So we can only paste it in from that height and just hope it doesn't break when we drop it. So I'm presuming there was something large attached onto it, like a ship or something, and the creator forgot to disconnect it before uploading it. But anyway, we'll just continue along driving this thing around. As you saw, we are very, very fast, and thanks to our gyroscope, getting tipped over is no concern. If we were to do a sharp corner like so, there we are. It does want to tip over, but luckily we can hold down on the rotations to stop it from doing it. So there we are, we can rotate at about 45, 46 meters per second. Oh god, that didn't go too well. And now we're upside down. We're just going to copy this and I'm going to paste this. In fact, I might try removing that piston head because that could be the issue with why it's spawning in so wonky. And here we're just going to get rid of that piston head. We're now just going to copy and paste this over to here. And that does seem to have fixed the wonky spawning of the vehicle. So just dropping that in place. There we go. So just coming back to driving this thing around. There's not really too much else to talk about. And I'm once again back in my leopard skin outfit. How odd. This game works in mysterious ways sometimes. Yes, as for that, there's not too much else to talk about. It's just a fantastic land vehicle if you are looking for something to race around on a lovely flat planet. You may want to limit your speed, and well, hopefully you don't crash into invisible rocks. So there'll be a link to it in the description below if you do wish to download and play around with it yourself. I highly recommend you do because it is a fantastic looking vehicle and does have a novel little lifting lid to get in and out. And of course you can use those lights to hopefully not break the entire front of the vehicle. Anyway, there'll be a link to it in the description below, and thank you all for watching. Bye bye.